the dreaming, the two trees. Matthew? Yeah, I'm still here. Of course you are, Matthew. Is something wrong? No, I was just thinking. This time it's the real McCoy. The big black bird has finally brought the farm. Yes. Third time's a charm. Don't be afraid, Matthew. I'm not afraid. That's a lie. I'm scared shitless. I know. Wait. There's something I need to do first. We really should be going. It won't take long, I promise. I just gotta talk to the kid one last time. It's important. Please? Then hurry, Matthew. I'll be here when you're finished. I kinda figured you would. Eve's cave. Where? I can't see. Somewhere up there on the cliff. Right. Then this is where I get off. But are you certain, perhaps, I'm the last person she's gonna want to see? I'm sorry, don't, please. Well, sorry. Where will you go? I haven't thought that far ahead. I don't think it matters. And he wants to say something, but there are not words, he thinks. In all the books in his library, there are not words to make her turn around. So he says nothing at all. Yes, it's Lucien. He's bringing Matthew. Is he alone? What will we do, Eve? What will we do without a raven? We will take Matthew to the crossroads, Mel. And then we'll have a funeral. And then we'll wait. Sorry. Soaring the warm updrafts of ecstasy, the murmurs of reverie, and the ghost raven knows he isn't really flying this time. But the sky smells like myrrh and the air between drops of warm summer rain, so Matthew closes his eyes and the philosophers can worry about what's real and what isn't. He only hopes that dead ravens get to keep their wings. Hello, Matthew. I was not expecting you. I had thought that you would be with my sister by now. Yeah, well, I was, but she gave me an extension. Before I go, I gotta talk to you. I need to ask a favor. I see. Do you wish to remain in the dreaming then? To be recreated? To be healed? No. I'm dead and this time I'm gonna stay dead. I'm tired. I want to rest. Then what is it you wish from me, Matthew? It's about Lucien. He pulled the trigger, you know. Yes. It wasn't his fault, but I've known Lucien long enough to know he's gonna take this kinda hard. So, I was wondering if you could, well, maybe help him forget that he did it. I figure he's gonna be around a long time and I don't want it eaten at him.
I know what that's like, never being able to forgive yourself, even if something isn't really your fault.
I see. Do you understand the consequences that might result if I were to grant your request?
You mean, besides Lucian not remembering?
Exactly.
Well, no.
Hidden memories are unpredictable, Matthew. They create dissonance, discord within the mind. Given time, they may grow into dark, malignant things. I could do it, but if I did, I could not stop with Lucian. I would have to erase the truth of your death from the mind of anyone who might ever come into contact with him, to remove it from the dreaming.
Oh,
I am sorry. I wish you had asked me for another boon, Matthew. I can do it, but it would not be right. Sometimes suffering is necessary for healing.
yeah? You'd think everyone around here would be fit as a fiddle, wouldn't you? Then promise me you'll watch after him. Don't let him beat himself up too badly about this.
You have my word.
I have to go now. I wouldn't want to be late for my own funeral.
Goodbye, Matthew.
Take care of yourself, kid.
Be gentle with him, my sister. No, Lucian, I don't understand. When Christina left me the book, I thought it was a poem she had marked that was important. So I didn't try to figure out what the piece of paper marking it meant, what was significant about Witchcross in 1916. Instead, I spent years worrying at that damn poem. When Lord Shaper was imprisoned at Witchcross, I blamed myself. Lucian, even if you had understood the girl's message, there's no guarantee you could have prevented Morpheus' captivity. I don't accept that. I can't. No, Matthew's dead, by my hand, and I could have prevented that too. If I'd listened. I murdered him for a love of a woman, dead 100 years. And here we are, Eve, at these two trees, so maybe it was a poem Christina meant me to see after all. There, through the broken branches, go the ravens of unresting thought, flying, crying, to and fro, cruel, claw and hungry throat. Oh, Matthew. Bring him to me, Lucian. Welcome. What the? You'll get used to it. Just like on Star Trek. Hush, Corinthian. Who the hell are you supposed to be? I am Dream of the Endless. I am Lord of this realm. We met once before, lady, at the edge of the shifting zones. I pulled you from the mists. I gave you sanctuary in the dreaming. Now, I observe that both of you left the realm without my permission. You, Corinthian, were specifically ordered not to leave and went regardless. Because of your disobedience, Matthew is dead. I never intended for Matthew to get hurt. Your intentions are of little importance, I am afraid. Once I responded to your defiance by uncreating you. But I am not precisely who I once was, and neither are you, Corinthian. I will not punish you. I have another solution in mind, one that will address both of your lack of self-control, and this new nightmare's need for direction. You wish to leave the dreaming, and you shall, Corinthian. But I cannot permit one of the major arcana to wander freely in the world of man. And there is also the matter of the dark mirror that you were once designed to be, Corinthian. My eyes! She will be you while you are gone. I'm the one who did not kill Echo when he stole Matthew from the dreaming, and I'm the one who told you where to catch up with Matthew and the Corinthian. So if you wish to lay blame, Lucian, blame me. With all due respect, you didn't pull the trigger, Eve. I did. You're not a killer. Why? Because I'm the mother of men? Because I'm a life giver and nurturer? I'm not an innocent Lucian. You pulled the trigger because I did not. And if Matthew's blood is on your hands, then I am the author of your guilt. Isn't that the way it's always been? Please stop it, both of you. You're starting to sound like Cain. You aren't going to bring him back, blaming yourselves, so just stop it. So if I hadn't wished for Goldie to come back, then none of this would have happened.
That's a bunch of malarkey, Abel.
No, it isn't. I wish Goldie back, and she was the one that saved Echo from the nightmares.
But you said you didn't wish Goldie back. And anyway, wouldn't that make it Goldie's fault?
Oh, Goldie, that's not what Mervyn meant.
Jeez, now we're gonna be late.
I don't want to blame anyone, Mervyn.
And besides, I'm the moron that gave Lucian that rusty old gun. So if you wanna blame someone, 'cause Maddie's gun, blame me. Ooh. You sure could have fooled me.
We came as soon as we heard. Oh, Abel. Thank you, Abel. Do you have the bauble, Lucian? If this will do. I know he was fond of it. Yes, that will do very well. We're ready to begin. The raven Matthew has passed from the dreaming. Matthew, this is a feather from the raven Jessamy, who preceded you. She will be waiting for you in the sunless lands. This watch is a gift from Lucian, the first raven of the dreaming, that you will never forget the light. Do not be afraid, Matthew. Find peace. The ceremony is finished. Yes, sire, it is. I know that I have done this before, many times, but it is new to me regardless. I have brought red poppies. It was once believed that they signified consolation. And there must be consolation now. In his time, Matthew served the dreaming, beyond his duties. He will not be forgotten. Nor shall the dreaming be without a raven. This is the raven Theseus. Once she lived in a world that had never seen or felt the sun, and she dreamed of the sky. She will be my raven now. She will be a symbol of restoration. Beep. Yes, Goldie, she is white. It has been a very long time since there were white ravens, my lord. Yes, that is true. Forgive me, sire, I shouldn't have spoken so. No, Lucian, do not apologize. I am not Morpheus, but I am Dream, and I have not forgotten. You were the last white raven, and I stained your feathers as a punishment. Perhaps I was wrong, Lucian. No, my lord. I have come to mourn Matthew and herald the arrival of the raven Theseus. I have come for other reasons as well. Each of you has blamed yourself for Matthew's death. I might just as easily blame myself. My inexperience led me to allow others to tend to affairs that should have been mine. I have allowed a shadow to fall across my realm, not realizing that my own hesitation to act brought it here. But that time is over. It passes with Matthew, and it will not come again. And the Dream King said other things, gave other instructions. You will find your brother, second-born, wherever he has gone. You will find him and return him to the dreaming. By the time they return, Mervyn will have completed the construction of a new house of mystery. Theseus, you will accompany Eve back to her cave. She will need your friendship now. When I want you, I will call you.
Yes, my lord. Will you tell me about the raven Matthew, and about Jessamine, and the others?
If that's what you would like. My lord? Yes, Lucian. I have a request. I wish to be discharged from my services. I'm tired, and I do not want to face another day, much less another 1,000 years, knowing what I did to Matthew. I see. Once, the library was enough. My duties were enough, but now, yes, I would like to be allowed to move on. If you must, Lucian, you have the freedom to leave. But first I need to ask you a question. I fear I'm not one for particular useful answers at the moment. Just tell me what happened to Matthew. How did he die? At the Hounds, the envoy, Iblis, was trying to stop the Corinthian. Iblis shot Matthew by mistake. It was a tragic accident. Didn't I tell you that before? Didn't Eve? Yes, you did, Lucian, but I wanted to be sure. You had a request, Lucian? I only wished to be left alone for a few moments before returning to the palace, unless you need me now. No, Lucian. Take whatever time you require. I won't be long. And then the librarian is alone. Only the twilight and the dusk-chill wind blowing across Nightmare. Only the dead raven and the 2 trees. Only the weight of what he remembers. The weight of loss, the old sorrow for Christina, pain worn as smooth as a pebble in a book. The new emptiness where Matthew once lived. The words to a poem written 100 years and at least a world away. Gaze no more. The librarian of dreams leaves behind what he can. Gaze no more in the bitter glass. Help Jessamine take care of her for me, Matthew. And the last of them to come, the nightmare who will walk the waking world as a man, who will see the world through mortal eyes. Exile for a lesson, but he has been allowed to come here first. The raven Matthew was there at his rebirth by the owl-black shores of night. Matthew, you have beautiful eyes, Matthew. Hey, Bertie. Sorry, I'm late. There was some business at the palace and, well, I had to walk. I just wanted to say thank you. I know that bullet you took from Iblis was meant for me. Sleep tight, Matthew. Goodbye, Corinthian. Sweet dreams. And in his observatory, the cartographer of dreams looks away from the eyepiece of a telescope and sighs in old man's relief.
No, mon ami, not a whale after all, but not exactly a guppy either, we?
From here his charts are blank, lines waiting to be drawn, calculations waiting to be made. But old wounds have been closed today, the course of a wandering ship corrected, and for the first time in ages, nothing seems inevitable. The end.